and welcome to my TED Talk on being a healthy vegetarian. I'm Laura and I became a vegetarian last May. I challenged myself to try vegetarianism for 6 weeks, see if I could do it and see if I liked it, and at the end of the 6 weeks I ended up really enjoying it, so I decided to stick with it. So now I'm a vegetarian, which means that I don't eat meat, but I still consume some dairy products, so I have a bit of a balanced diet that way. I thought during this video that I would prepare my lunch while I talk to you, and so right before we get started I'll give you a sneak peek of what's going into my meal today. So I'm starting with Greek yogurt because I find that Greek yogurt has more protein and less sugar than regular yogurts. Also, it has high calcium. Next I'm adding in hemp hearts. And hemp hearts have a lot of omega-6 and omega-3 fatty acids. They have 25% of their calories coming from protein, and they have a lot of vitamin E, phosphorus, potassium, magnesium, calcium, and zinc. Also, this amount here will provide me about 30% of my daily iron. Next, I have walnuts. These are also high in omega-3 fats, and they have a lot of copper and manganese and antioxidants. They're great for your brain. Up next, we have our chia seeds. Now, chia seeds have proportionally more calcium than milk, and they have a lot of magnesium, boron, antioxidants, protein, omega-3 oils, and fiber. And this amount that I have right here will be about 10% of my daily iron. Moving on over to sunflower seeds. So sunflower seeds have a lot of vitamin E and folate in them. They have a lot of magnesium, which is good for your brain. And this amount here that I have will be about 15% of my daily iron. Next is pumpkin seeds. They also have magnesium and zinc. They're really high in omega-3 fatty acids. They have antioxidants and tryptophan, which you usually find in turkey. It's the amino acid that makes you really sleepy, so it's good for sleep. And this amount here will be about 15% of my daily iron. Finally, I mixed together some dried cherries and some dried apricots. Now, the cherries have antioxidants in them as well as vitamin A, copper, and vitamin C. And then the apricots have potassium, antioxidants, vitamin C, and this amount here will be about 5% of my daily iron. So that's what's going into my meal today. So the major focus of my Genius Hour project was figuring out how to get more iron into my diet. Before I went vegetarian, I was already naturally low in iron, and I did some research before I changed my diet, but not enough. So last summer I ended up going on iron pills, which I take daily, but it still wasn't enough. You have to work it into your diet. So that's why when I was creating all of my menus and all my recipes, I really tried to focus on what foods are going to get me the most iron into my body. So when I was doing my research, I found that there are two different types of iron. There's heme iron and there's non-heme iron. So heme iron is what is in animal-based products, and it is most easily absorbed into the body because it's already in the form that it needs to be in for the body to easily absorb it into the bloodstream. However, plant foods are non-heme iron, which means that the body has to work a little bit harder to convert the iron into a form that can be easily absorbed. So that means that vegetarians have to get a lot of iron so that they can absorb it into their bloodstream most easily. However, there are some food products that make it easier for the body to do this. So calcium is an inhibitor, which means that it makes it harder for the iron to be transformed into heme iron, whereas vitamin C actually makes it easier for the body. So in this meal that I'm making right now, I have calcium in my chia seeds and I have calcium in my Greek yogurt. However, I'm combating that with my cranberries and my apricots, which both have a lot of vitamin C in them. So that will make it an all-around healthy meal. The second part of my project focused on omega-3s and omega-6 fatty acids because you get that a lot from fish, but not if you're not eating fish. So that came from my walnuts, and there's also some in the other ingredients that I'm including in my meals, which will still help give me what I need nutritionally. So overall, I'm pretty happy with how my TED Talk went, or how my Genius Hour project went. I learned a lot about what it takes to make a healthy vegetarian diet, and I'm definitely going to continue doing more research into the other vitamins that I didn't quite get to during my investigation, which would be vitamin B12, and also making sure that I am getting the right amount of protein, because a lot of different sources will tell you different amounts of iron or protein that you need, and it's hard to get a definitive good answer on what you need in order to get a balanced diet. So thanks for joining me today. I'm actually going to go eat my lunch now. I'll catch you later. Bye!